Sagicor Bank, supporting businesses with guidance and services to create the recipe for success. The time by Sagicor Bank is 7.
Coming up in CVM News at 7, 19 reputed genocide members to face anti-gang charges, with Horn Pump attendant charge upgraded to murder. Also in the news, multiple reports of vehicles stolen from popular Kingston Theatre, and political leaders share Emancipation Day address. Then later in sports, Jamaica snags 5 medals in latest Commonwealth action. From Kingston, Jamaica, this is CVM News at 7 for Saturday, August 1, 2026. Happy Emancipation Day, and thank you for joining us for what will be a 30-minute broadcast. I'm Amoy Harriet. Up first this evening, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness addressed the nation for Emancipation Day. Dr. Holness has called on Jamaicans to honor the legacy of emancipation by embracing responsibility, unity, and hard work. The Prime Minister paid a tribute to the courage and sacrifice of the nation's ancestors, saying their struggle for freedom continues to inspire Jamaica. He urged citizens to help build a stronger nation through education, entrepreneurship, community development, and respect for law and order. He also praised the resilience of communities rebuilding after Hurricane Melissa and encouraged Jamaicans to preserve the freedoms won by previous generations.
The promise of emancipation must therefore be renewed in every generation through the work of creating a society to which every Jamaican has a fair opportunity to advance. We must continue to widen access to education, land ownership, housing, employment, and entrepreneurship. We must build an economy in which effort is rewarded, enterprise is encouraged, and families can accumulate assets that may be passed from one generation to the next. The struggle for freedom, therefore, continues wherever law-abiding citizens are denied peace, security, and opportunity. We must stand firmly for law, justice, and order. We must strengthen families, support responsible parenting, and teach our children that freedom carries duties as well as rights. We must reject the idea that discipline is oppression, that accountability is hostility, or that personal responsibility can be replaced by permanent dependence. The strongest tribute we can pay to our ancestors is to use our freedom well.
In the meantime, opposition leader Mark Golding called on Jamaicans to honor the legacy of emancipation by continuing the work of nation building and creating opportunities for all. In his Emancipation Day message, he paid tribute to the resilience and sacrifice of Jamaica's ancestors, saying their struggle for freedom continues to inspire the nation. He said while Jamaica has made significant progress since emancipation, many people still face poverty, exclusion, and limited opportunities, adding that the work of nation building remains unfinished. The opposition leader also called for stronger investment in education, healthcare, public safety, and fair institutions, while urging Jamaicans to remain united in building a more just society.
The responsibility of leadership is not merely to admire and extol the resilience of our people. To the contrary, it is to create the conditions in which we are less dependent on our resilience. We must build institutions that are designed to be fair, transparent, and accountable. We must create an economy that rewards hard work and enterprise and provides opportunities for all our people. We must invest in education, in healthcare, and in public safety. We must ensure that justice is neither delayed nor denied, and that every Jamaican, regardless of where they live or the circumstances into which they were born, is provided with a genuine chance to fulfill their potential. That is how we honor the promise of emancipation.
To other news now, 19 reputed genocide gang members are to be charged under the anti-gang legislation. The JCF's National Strategic Anti-Gang Division of the SIB conducted a series of targeted operations which revealed that the network engaged in a string of serious and violent crimes, including murders, shootings and robberies between 2021 and 2026 in the parishes of St. James, St. Catherine, Kingston, St. Andrew and St. Thomas. The accused, which includes a woman, have been charged for offences under the Criminal Justice Suppression of Criminal Organizations Act. 39-year-old Tefari Green, otherwise called Scoobs, and Scrappy of George's Lane in Kingston has been charged with the leadership of a criminal organization. 17 individuals ranging between 20 and 48 years of age have been charged with being a part of a criminal organization, while Nicholas Henry, otherwise called Chemist of Mami Road in St. Andrew, is charged with providing a benefit to a criminal organization. Meanwhile, 30-year-old pump attendant Khaled Swaby of Old Road, Whithorn in Westmoreland, who was previously charged with assault occasioning grievous bodily harm, has now been charged with murder following the death of a woman who sustained burn injuries during an incident at a petrol station on Thursday, February 19. The deceased has been identified as 42-year-old businesswoman Dacia Forrester of Anco District in Whithorn in the parish. Reports from the police are that about midday, Forrester went to the service station where Swaby was employed and an argument developed between them. It is alleged that the dispute escalated, during which Swaby dosed Forrester with a flammable substance and set her on fire. Bystanders extinguished the flames and transported Forrester to the hospital for treatment. Now on Friday, March 6, she succumbed to her injuries. Following the post-mortem and review of witness statements, the Office of Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, ruled that the charge against Swaby be upgraded to murder. Police in St. Andrew Central are intensifying efforts to tackle a rise in interpersonal crimes across the division. Its commanding officer says while a new operation is targeting weapons used in violent confrontations, community involvement remains critical in preventing conflicts from escalating. Carla Ramdeen reports.
Commanding Officer of the St. Andrew Central Division, Mark Harris, says the police are intensifying efforts to tackle an increase in interpersonal crimes across the division. He notes that the new operation, led by the Assistant Commissioner of Police of Area 4, Michael Phipps, is underway, focusing on the removal of weapons often used in interpersonal crimes.
Tempo and activities will increase. It has been increasing for the last couple of months. We also have a new operation led by our Assistant Commissioner, Area 4. It's Iron Shield, and we also have a blade. What we go around and seize those offensive weapons and charge persons for those knives in the public places, etc.
However, Harris says while the operation is continuing, it is not the only intervention needed to address the issue.
No, the operations going forward, but the education and the intervention is what we are looking at. We have a grand opportunity now to do it in the summer, where most persons at home, especially in the evenings, and schools out, because we want to get these children and young persons to be a part of the conversation and the education treating with this, because in short order, they will be the ones likely to be using these weapons to be committing these crimes too. So we are not just policing it for this year and next year, we're also policing it for the future.
SSP Harris says the police are planning community interventions to help tackle the issue, but stresses that the public must play a greater role in reducing crime. He notes that many interpersonal conflicts can be de-escalated if residents intervene early.
And I can tell you, if you look at a lot of these videos and viral videos, you see persons not separating persons in fights and conflicts, rather than using their phones to video these issues. And that is a situation that we need the public to be aware of. Break up these little confrontations and fight it. It can save life. Remember, even if the police arrive, that is the same thing that the police is going to do. The police are going to go there and break up that fight, separate them and arrest or control the situation. Remember, members of the public have their rights to intervene. Remember that if there's a serious crime being committed, you also have a citizen arrest. Just saying that the person still also have powers to assist with these things. Mm-hmm. It's not just the police alone. And you're waiting until the police arrive. We must care for each other. We're a nation that we should look out for each other.
Carla Ramdeen, CVM News.
In following up on the conditions in Springmount Road and Johns Hall Road in St. James, CVM News returned to the communities only to find that conditions have deteriorated even further. The road linking the community has broken away, leaving residents concerned about their safety. Natasha Williams has this report. Now, we will try to get back to that report a little later on, but we are now continuing the news. There have been multiple reports of vehicles being stolen from a popular theatre in Kingston. CVM News spoke to a victim who's been paying the price since her loss as she urges event promoters to do more to secure patrons' assets. Nika Lewis reports.
The exact number of vehicles stolen in the past few weeks remains unclear. Despite what one victim shared, neither the management of the facility in question nor the police was willing to give a specific number, only admitting off record that there were multiple incidents.
I looked in the spot where I was parked. The car was not there. I looked to the right. I was looking all over the place thinking I'm forgetting. The car was really not in the lot.
Oh no.
So I called 119. They were right on time. I have to give the police credit for that. They came right on time. The guy who was in the passenger seat, he said to me, "Miss, this is the 5th car in 5 weeks. 5 Sundays we've been here. I am not sure whether it was to that parking lot or the parking lot that the little theater also uses by the parish library, the old parish library." They invited me to come down to Crossroads Police Station to give a statement.
So let's rewind. The affected patron, a multi-award winning photographer Donette Zaka, attended upon a performance after much pressing from friends. She says at some time during the show 2 Sundays ago, there was an announcement for vehicles to allow another to exit the parking lot. A moment she presumed opened the way for robbers to break into her Voxy and make good their escape with it.
About halfway through the performance, an announcement was made. The person wanted 2 cars to be removed so he or she could get out. I suspect that after thinking about it, I suspect that was the time the car was stolen.
After that shocking ordeal, she was escorted by friends to the nearby Crossroads Police Station, from where she was confronted with the true cost of her loss. Items for her teaching were only the start.
The police in Crossroads sends a statement to somewhere in Halfway Tree, where it is certified and can now go to the insurance company. So as soon as that is ready, which I heard is going to take me more than a month, as soon as that is ready, they will call me and I will go there, pick it up and then deliver it to the insurance company. That is frightening. It never felt like an emergency to me. And to go up to tax office to pay $7,000 after I was robbed the day before, I really felt badly about that. I felt I was paying twice.
So as the Emancipation holidays come into focus, she's urging event promoters to take a new look at how they secure patrons' property, from cameras to increased personnel. She reminds a vehicle is no small expense.
All right, let's now return to that previous report regarding the road conditions in Springmount Road and Johns Hall Road in St. James.
Residents of a section of the Springmount community say the roadway remains impassable 9 months after it was eroded during the passage of Hurricane Melissa.
On a regular day, you just have to come about. You have to walk across, It hinder you from doing a lot of stuff. For example, you go supermarket shopping. You just come here, so you have to stop, bring all your groceries across, and you walk to your destination. If not, you just have to take the other route. Go around.
A few miles,
well, most definitely. It's just like double the whole aspect of the journey.
A everyday thing, so used to it by now. Yeah, because me have to travel across if you bring my son to school.
In response, Community Relations Officer at the National Works Agency, Janelle Ricketts, says they have since closed the Springmount Road and placed warning signs to keep motorists and pedestrians away from any danger.
In the area of Johns Hall and Springmount, we have significant challenges in terms of that section of the roadway being undermined. For Springmount, the area is now closed and residents are encouraged to use the alternate routes. We are working on having the areas repaired in as short a time possible, but within the global landscape in terms of what has happened, we have significant challenges right across the parishes. The area of Johns Hall, we have a section there that is now single lane access. We encourage road users to exercise due care when using that section of the roadway.
While the NWA maintains that work is underway for Springmount and the Johns Hall Road, it is yet to provide a timeline for when everything will be restored. Despite risks, some residents say they have no choice but to use the narrow section of road every day, as it is their only means of accessing their homes and their livelihoods. Natasha Williams, CVM News.
Dancehall icon Bounty Killer has received one of Kingston's highest civic honors. Earlier this week, the entertainer was presented with the keys to the city, while a road in his Seaview Gardens community was renamed in his honor. Carla Ramdeen has the details.
For more than 3 decades, Bounty Killer has shaped Jamaica's musical landscape. Earlier this week, the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation recognized his legacy by presenting the dancehall icon with the keys to the city. The ceremony also marked another milestone. Wenchman Road, where Rodney Price spent most of his youth, was officially renamed Rodney Price Drive, following a petition from residents of Seaview Gardens.
I just want to say thanks to my hard-working manager, Mr. Banky, Paul Giscombe. Unfortunately, he's not here today in attendance, but he's here in spirit all the time around. So I'm just saying, big respect to the community of Seaview Garden. We are the mecca of greatness, and I want everybody to always remember that as a Seaview resident. Our community is a garden, a golden garden.
The mayor, Andrew Swaby, says the recognition extends beyond one man's accomplishments. He says it sends a message about the communities that produce Jamaica's talent.
We gather for the conferment of the key to the city of Kingston to Mr. Rodney Basil Price, known to the world as Bounty Killer. Before I speak about the significance of this moment, I want to extend congratulations on behalf of the city of Kingston. This recognition has been a long time in coming, and it is truly deserved.
Swaby says communities like Seaview Gardens are often defined by their challenges instead of their possibilities. He argues that Bounty Killer's journey demonstrates that talent, discipline, and determination can emerge from anywhere, and says Jamaica must continue investing in the creative industries that have carried the country's culture to the world.
The people we choose to honor are a statement about what we respect, what we celebrate, and what we believe is worthy of recognition. Today, in honoring Bounty Killer, Kingston is recognizing talent, perseverance, cultural influence, and a journey that inspired many.
The mayor says the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation remains committed to supporting the music and entertainment industry while recognizing Jamaicans whose contributions have shaped the country's cultural identity. With Rodney Price Drive now permanently etched on Kingston's map, the city says the honor ensures Bounty Killer's legacy will remain rooted in the community where his journey began. Carla Ramdeen, CVM News.
It's time for a break, but CVM News at 7 returns with sports in just a moment.